Validating deck submission. All right, this looks good. In fact, this works pretty good. Glimmer Point, Stag, Hippogriff, all that looks nice. So it looks like we might be doing something here. We have some artifact removal, or at least equipment removal. So even though the bad thing is, you know, we have to wait for him to equip your Gentum Arbor and kill one of our creatures before that really becomes as effective as it could. Alright, so at least we're drawing land. Yay. Well, at least he doesn't have an artifact spell to cast on us. I'm not really worried about my life total, especially considering that he's playing poison. Alright, that seems like a pretty solid play at this point. Since my wall can't actually kill his goblin, and the goblin's got infect, it just seems pretty weak to do anything with that. Alright, let's give the Hippogriff a chance to get out there. Probably actually should have played the Saberclaw Golem, blocked his Black Cleave Vampire, and then gone for it. Yeah, it's looking a lot better right now. It's looking about almost infinitely better. But that's the price you pay, I guess. Alright, that looks pretty good. We will go with this. Please forgive me for all my play errors. I'm kind of losing it here. Alright, so that's definitely a card for us to kill. Alright, let's go ahead and take out... Let's see... Damage the player... Nah. That seems pretty weak. Alright, so obviously we're going to want to take out that guy. Put the edge right in. Unfortunately, we're not getting first strike yet. Still need a couple more artifacts. Should be able to flash in my Hippogriff, bring back the Tangle, and I'll have a Saberclaw. That's some possibilities there. does have 5 cards in his hand, which I definitely don't like. Alright, we're going to block there. That one seems pretty obvious. What else does he have? Ah, okay. Sure. Why not? Alright, so here, definitely going to... For planning on playing Glimmer Point Stag, which I think is a pretty good idea. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could bring back the Rala Tangle, and yeah, that seems decent. Still have something to block with. Oh, let's think about that for a second. That seems pretty reasonable to me. Even though it does suck that all of his things are Defender. But it should be okay if I do this. I mean, all of his creatures are artifacts here, or infect creatures, which certainly like reduces the value of Wall of Tangle a lot. And I definitely should have attacked before I did that. So once again, I apologize. I'm sure it's getting pretty old. Having me make play errors again and again. Like that one just right there. So that's a bummer. Definitely did not consider the spell bomb here, which was a pretty big miscalculation. And that doesn't help, certainly. I think it's worth the Stag taking a hit to block his infect guy here. Except that makes it a lot worse. Alright, so this is possibly the worst draft game I've ever played in my life. But why not? But why not? So things are looking interesting. And by interesting, I mean pretty terrible. I think the Goblin's gonna get played. Or Flesh Allergy. That's interesting. Right, so at least I have a blocker here. But things are not looking good for me. So this definitely looks like a pretty brief draft. And if it doesn't help that I made about 20 players in a row. Well, at least unless he's got another indestructible thing, I get to kill his Goblin here. Alright, here's another artifact. I'm getting closer and closer to having what I need here. One more artifact in my edge right at least becomes active. Corpse Cur. Interesting. Not what I was hoping for. I'm probably going to bring back Corpse Cur. Exactly. So, this is pretty fantastic. At least I get to kill this guy, theoretically. Okay. That's strange. I would have thought that I would have killed that guy. Or maybe I think I was at -1. That explains it. So. And Black Cleave comes back. That's cool. And I drew nothing. So it looks like the game is pretty much over. There's not really anything I could draw at this point that would make it any better. Of course. So that's game. Alright, so that didn't last too long, but first draft, obviously, and a lot of the problems of that game were due to play errors. So let me know what you guys think about the draft. I'm planning on doing at least one of these each week. So there's something to be said for that at least. So maybe with repetition, I'll eventually get good enough that these are worth watching. So let me know what your comments are on the draft portion at least. Let me know what you think about those picks. And if you have any comments on the plays, obviously those are welcome as well. But for the ones that I pointed out, I don't think we need to rehash all of those. I clearly was missing a bit of attention here. But hopefully you guys at least got some enjoyment out of that, even though it ended pretty abruptly. So thanks for watching.